In this video, we're going to use Excel to come up with the best overbooking level. And if you remember from the overbooking ratio method, it looks into three different things. So the distribution of no-shows, the cost of an empty room, and the cost of walking. And so if we're going to use the same example we did before, but we're going to do it in Excel this time. So we still have the Hotel Vista Bella and can sell each room for an average of $250, variable cost of $50, and there's their cost of walking. So let's look at Excel. We'll take a look at the way I've got this set up. So you can see here I've got a table up here that's got the cost of walking and empty rooms. So we're going to be entering information for that. There's the overbooking ratio. I just abbreviated as OB ratio, but it's overbooking ratio. That's what we're going to be calculating. The overbooking level is what we're going to be coming up with. And then you can see here, here's the distribution of no-shows, so same things you've seen before. And I've added in a third column here. It's the cumulative probability. Okay, and so that's what we're going to have to go through and put those numbers in. So let's go ahead and first of all put in our cost of walking. That was $500, and our cost of an empty room was $200. So we're going to calculate our overbooking ratio. That's just going to be equal to the cost of walking divided by, and I'm going to use a parenthesis here because I'm taking the sum of these two numbers. So the cost of walking plus the cost of an empty room. And I go ahead and close my parenthesis. So there's that 0.714, same number we came up with before. So the next thing I need to do is I need these cumulative probabilities so I can figure out how much to overbook by. So I always start off at 100%. And the easy way to do this is that I'm just going to say, well, the probability of one or more no-shows is going to be 100% minus the 10%. So that's going to be 90% of the time I have at least one no-show. And if I pull this down another one, you can see 75% of the time I have two or more no-shows, and I can just double click on this and fill them all the way down. Okay, so now it's time to figure out the right overbooking level. And so my overbooking ratio of 0.714, I look for the first number here in the cumulative probabilities that's larger, it's 75%. I look across, and the corresponding number of no-shows is 2. So my overbooking level here should be 2 rooms. And so again, all I've done here is I've entered my information, I calculated my overbooking ratio, and I compared that with my cumulative probabilities. I tried to find the first probability that was larger than that, was 75%. The corresponding number was 2. Let's just try a different example here. I'm going to get rid of this overbooking level. Let's say that our cost of booking was actually not $500, but it was $1,000. Okay, and so now my overbooking ratio goes up. And so as 0.833, I look for the first cumulative probability that's larger than that. It's 90%, and my corresponding number to overbook by is 1, okay? And then let's just do one more example. Let's change this one out. Let's say that my cost of walking is really, really cheap. Let's say it's only $100, okay? Now my overbooking ratio goes down to 0.333. I look for the first cumulative probability that is larger than that. It's 50%, and my corresponding number to overbook is 3. And so if you look at, again, the way that I've got this set up, you have the little table up here with the information that you're entering and you're calculating. You come up with your cumulative probabilities, and then you just compare that overbooking ratio to the cumulative probabilities. And I hope that this video in Excel was useful to you because it's a very easy tool to have. I mean, even if you're having arguments about what's the true cost of walking and everything, it's easy enough to change it in Excel. And once you have this information, the cost of walking, the cost of empty, and you've also gone through and gotten your probability distribution, this is a nice way to be able to come up with the overbooking level for your hotel.